Good morning, children. It's me, Miss Linda, here again, and I have Tommy going to tell the story. Tommy's excited. He likes the little army stories. So he wanted to know if he could tell it, and I told him sure. So we're going to let him tell you the story today, and then I will do the song for you. Okay, Tommy, are you ready? Okay, I'm going to let you have all the fame right now. All right, Tommy, here it's all yours. Hi, kids. Today the battle is called Joshua's Battle of Jericho. That's the name of our story. Now, this is in Joshua chapter 6 in the Bible. So, you will need to read that so you'll see exactly what it's all about. I'm going to tell you bits and pieces, but you'll need to do the other part. The two spies returned to Joshua. They told him that the people of Jericho was afraid. A very tall wall surrounded Jericho. The wall was made of stone. How would they ever get through the wall? God told Joshua and his army to march around Jericho each day for 6 days. On the seventh day, the people were to march around the city 7 times. Now, then they would blow the trumpets and they would shout real loud. When Joshua obeyed God, all the walls of Jericho came tumbling down. God's way won the battle. That's our story today. So remember, God's ways are not always our ways. Interesting, huh? Okay, Miss Linda is going to tell you, well, she's going to do the song since I don't do singing. That's her job. Okay, I'll be seeing y'all later. So it's goodbye and out of here from Tommy. Bye-bye. Tommy, you're something else. So, I'll let you sit right there, Mr. Tommy. You can listen to the song. Okay, so we know by the story that God's ways are not always our ways. Things happen in our life that we would do it differently if it was up to us, but sometimes it's not. It's God's ways. There are things to happen. Now Joshua fought the battle of Jericho God's way and he won. Sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to trust God to lead us in the right direction, do what he has us to do, and it'll always come out right when we let God take care of it. He does a lot better job than we do. Now, here's your little saying for today before we do our song. I will do things God's way. So let's all say that together. I will do things God's way. And sometimes we're not sure what's God's way, but sometimes he'll teach us and he'll show us, and we know it's what he wants us to do. He showed me many things. Sometimes even doing, I'll let you see the little picture, even doing things for God, sometimes I question him, like, well, God, how am I going to do that? But he shows me, and everything turns out okay. And here's Jericho, or Joshua, and that's where they was walking around it and blowing the trumpets on the seventh day, and the walls come tumbling down, which means the soldiers that was on top of those walls who was guarding it, they would have, like it showed, fallen off the walls. Most likely it killed them because, or hurt them very bad, because it was it was a really tall wall. But we don't know, we weren't there. God does. He was there. Now, we're going to get ready to do our song. I think you'll like this one. You can stand up if you want to, because you're going to act like you're marching around the wall. And you can do this little song. Here's how it goes. It says, Jericho fit the battle of, or Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. So you can just march around like you're around this little, do it in a square, because you're walking around the walls. And it goes, Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fit the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Okay, so the walls came tumbling down. We'll do it that way, tumbling down. Now you may talk. Now you may talk about the men of Gideon. Now you may talk about your men of Saul. This is who they're talking about, the men of Gideon and Saul. But there's none like good old Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. Okay, so you can watch around while you're singing this little song, however you want to do it. It's up to you. Miss Lynn's going to sit here because I'm going to do these little bit of moves that we have. We don't have very many moves on this one, so it's easy. So here we go. Oops, wrong thing. Almost turned it off. Ooh, that wouldn't work. Here we go.
Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, and the walls came a-tumbling down. Now you may talk about your men of Gideon, you may talk about your men of Saul, but there's none like good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho.
Mark around.
Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua picked the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down.
Very good, kids. I hope you enjoyed that little song today. I thought it was kind of cute. Now that's the last one for this week. So what's our story for Monday? Let's see what it's going to be. I think you'll like this one. This one's about Samson. Ooh, it should be very interesting. If you want to find out a little bit about Samson before we do our little story, you can go to Judges 16, and it talks a little bit about Samson and what we're going to be learning about who Samson was. He's a very strong man, according to God's Bible and His Word. So, that's our last one for this week, kids. I hope you enjoyed Tommy telling you the story. Who knows who will have tell stories next week? We'll just have to wait and see. So, Miss Linda loves you. You all have a great weekend and the rest of your Friday. Enjoy it. Here the sunshine. It looks like it's a little cloudy. Might rain. Don't know. We had some rain last night in a storm, but it was all good. So my little song says, Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Kind of cute. Kind of fits our little thing. Almost Heaven. So anyway, I will see you all next Monday. Well, you'll see me. I can't see you, but I'm hoping and praying that you're listening to the stories. And please remember, if you're just coming in on this little YouTube video, that you subscribe to it, and every time Miss Linda does a story through the week, it'll give you a notification, and you can have your mom and dad pick it up so that you can, turn it on so you can see the story and join me in the songs and the little motions that we do. And now, remember to say your prayers tonight, or anytime during the day you can talk to God. It don't have to be just at nighttime. I pop out prayers to God every time someone is in my mind that God puts there. I know somebody's having some problems. I'll just say a little prayer and ask God to protect them and be with them and maybe change their hearts like I ask Him to do for me almost every day. It's like sometimes this world can make us just think terrible things, and we just can't do that. So we just have to ask God to forgive us and take away those kind of feelings and to soften our heart, because we don't want to have a hard heart like Pharaoh. He had lots of problems, King Pharaoh did, because of what he didn't do that God wanted him to do, because he hardened his heart. And then, finally, even God hardened it to teach him a lesson. So we don't want that to happen to us. So, remember to say your prayers. Pray for our president. Pray for all the first responders, which is our firefighters, our policemen. They need your prayers. And the EMT people on the ambulance, the paramedics, the doctors and nurses, and the people who don't know God. We want them to learn about God and to know Jesus as their Savior. So when they do leave this world, they'll go to heaven. That's the best place they can be. So anyway, Miss Linda loves you. Keep smiling, keep the faith, and always remember, seek God, and His will be done. That's what we have to do. Okay, Miss Linda loves you. Y'all take care and God bless. Bye-bye.